Hi again, everybody. This is Susan again. I am going to demonstrate the search in CINAHL now. So hopefully you've seen the first video where I conducted the obesity screening search in PubMed. Now this video will be in CINAHL. So let me go there. We start again at the library's website, library.pace.edu. We'll get you there. Go to the databases, select C for CINAHL. It's actually now called CINAHL Ultimate, I think. We've added more journal titles to our subscription. And here we are on the page here. Move my bar. Okay, so I have my concept map again. I printed out a copy for this search. It just helps me so much to stay organized. And just like with PubMed, I'm going to start with the screening column first. And I am going to go back and forth between the subject headings and the search here. I can't combine everything in one search box like I did in PubMed. I could, but it would be very elaborate and detail oriented and require a lot of specific characters and typing. So I'm going to start with the CINAHL subject headings. And remember, I've already done the hard work here of going through this database and identifying the controlled vocabulary. So my first CINAHL subject heading is early diagnosis. And because I know the terms, I could just change this to term begins with. It might make my results a little better. I just want to find early diagnosis on this page. So here it is right here. I like to click on the term or phrase first, just to sort of get a look. And it's right here. And there is a subheading called early detection of cancer. But CINAHL is the opposite of PubMed. It doesn't automatically search for the more narrow terms below a term. So this will already be excluded without me having to do anything. So it's the opposite of PubMed. So I'm going to check this box. And I'm not going to do anything with these subheadings. These would be applied for different types of searches than our search. Our search is very advanced. It's like a systematic review. And we're not narrowing our search in any way. We want everything with this subject heading. So what I do is search the database. And in CINAHL, there is a link for search history, by the way. So you can see right here is my first search, is just that one subject heading. And I'm going to cross it off on my map. Early diagnosis. And I also have health screening. So I'm going to go up here again and do health screening. You will see librarians approach this in slightly different ways, sort of like a personal preference. This is how I like to do it so that I don't have to do a lot of typing in the boxes. I like the database to do it for me. I already know that this is what I want. I'm not even going to click on it. And I am going to search the database. And then I'm going to cross that one off my concept map, and everything else is a keyword. So at this point, it's a little different than PubMed. First of all, I can look at my search history again and just see my two searches so far. These are both for the column screening. Now, I am going to start using these boxes, so I must clear them out. I can either just click clear, or I can, highlight and delete, but this is the fastest way to do it. And now I'm going to add all my keywords. I do not need to put single words in quotation marks like I did in PubMed. However, I am going to put anything that's a phrase, 2 or more words, in quotation marks, because I want that exact phrase. but I don't need to do that with single words. So my first keyword is screening or early detection or let's see, early identification. This is straight off my concept map. Remember, I've already done a lot of work to get to this point, and the map is so useful. And finally, early diagnosis. That's it. I'm not going to change anything here. I'm going to search, make sure I crossed everything out on my map. And hopefully I don't have any typos or anything. And then what I do to create one search for that column, that screening column, I need to combine all three of these. So I'm going to check all three boxes, and then I'm going to search with OR. By the way, MH just means this is a CINAHL subject heading. So when you see that, it's an official subject heading. It's the controlled vocabulary for this database. So these two CINAHL subject headings or all of these keywords. So search with OR. Oh, you know what? This is so important. I have to clear this box first. That is really important and so easy to forget to do. So before you ever combine anything down here, make sure everything's blank up here. It's probably the most frequent error in CINAHL. You can undo the error if you make it, but excuse me, it's just better not to. So now I'm gonna search with OR. So S4 is my column. And so I'm gonna write that on my concept map, S4. That'll help me later when I'm combining my columns. So I'm going to clear. Now I'm going to go to my next column, the tool. So CINAHL subject headings, and the heading is body mass index. Search the database. Clear. I don't really need to look at my history. I'll look at it later. And now I'm going to put in body mass index or BMI. And search. And now I'm going to combine, I'm going to clear that box. And then I'm going to combine these two with OR. And then S7 is my column for the tool. And I'm going to clear, go to my next column, the condition, obesity. Check the box, search the database, clear, and then just type this in as a keyword as well. Don't add anything else at this point that's not on your concept map. It would be easy, it'd be tempting to do, but stick with your concept map terms. Search. And then I'm going to combine, once I clear this box, I'm going to combine S8 and S9, search with OR. And now S10 is my condition column. I'll clear again, go back to the subject headings and move on to my geography column. I'm going to put in United States, which is a CINAHL subject heading. And in this case, I've made a note on my concept map that I need to explode this subject heading. So what do I mean by that? It means that by exploding, I'll get everything below the United States, the more narrow results, the individual states as CINAHL headings, and even the regions, everything below the United States. So if I just go back here, there's a couple ways I can do it. I can just, probably the easiest way is just check this box, explode. I'm going to explode this heading and get all the more narrow headings underneath it. And I'm going to search the database. You can see how it puts this little plus mark in. That means it's exploded. And then I'm going to clear that. And this is where I need to put in that giant text box again, like I did in PubMed. And so it's right here. I'm going to grab it. I've got the keyword phrase United States, the keyword America, and then all the states. I don't have the region, but I think that's okay. So I'm going to paste that in there. I do still have the quotation marks around the single states. It's okay. I don't need them, but it's okay to keep them. And I'm going to search now. So I have all my keywords, and then I have my controlled term, United States. And I'm looking at my column on my concept map just to make sure I've got everything, and I exploded my United States. So I'm going to clear, check these two boxes, search with OR, and then S13 becomes my column for geography. So I'm going to clear again. And finally, our last column, the population column, which is the one we're excluding. So the first term in CINAHL database is expected mothers. In fact, it's the only one. They really need to update some of these terms. Okay, so expected mothers and search database. Clear. And now I'm going to put in all my keywords. Put in pregnant. That's going to retrieve a lot. I mean, that single keyword is going to retrieve a lot, including pregnant people. Pregnant or gestational weight gain. Or expected mothers. Do that as a keyword as well. Expected mothers. Search. Clear. Whoever does this search in the group, the leader, you'll see when you start doing this, it's just sort of a routine, like a rhythm that you get into. So I've cleared my box, and now I'm ready to combine S14 and S15 with OR, and that's my final column, S16. So clear one more time. Now here's the fun, interesting part. Now I want to go back and identify those searches that I need to combine. That's why it's so important for me to record them. So the first screening column is S4. So I want that. And then I want S7, that's the tool search. S10, S13. And those are the ones that I want to search with and. The 4 out of 5 columns. So search with and. Make sure my box is empty. So this gets pretty elaborate here. So now S17 is everything except the population column. So what I want to do now is S17. How do I want to do this as clearly as possible? Oh boy, hold on one second. Just had a brain shut down for 1 second. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to type in S17 and then choose not, and then type in S16. I forgot I could just manually type these in. So S16 is the exclusion column. expectant mothers and the keywords pregnant, gestational weight gain, or expectant mothers. So these combined is S16. That's the one that I want to exclude from the larger search. S17 is each of the other 4 columns combined. So I want S17, not S16. Yes. And let's search and see what happens. Okay, so we have 520 results right now. Just like in PubMed, this isn't the end of the story. We haven't excluded the results that would also appear in our PubMed search. We're going to do that. And we also need to change the date range. So the number is going to actually be much smaller than this, but we'll cover that later. I want to try to keep this as simple as possible. We'll also cover how to save the search, share search results, and things like that. So to be continued, this video is exclusively about building your search, and it will be continued in person and also with some follow-up materials and classes. Okay, I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.